Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to talk about something totally unrelated to reselling. We're going to discuss the worst company in the United States right now, as far as I can tell by what they have done to us. Republic Services is who we're talking about today, and they are a garbage hauler, recycler across the entire United States. One of the largest ones out there. They supply city services and the whole works. Basically, we've paid for service that we haven't got. 75% of the time, they do not show up. What you're going to hear in just a few moments is a conversation with their home office between me and them, where they admit that they've done all of what I am stating they did, as well as admitting that they lied to the Ohio State's Attorney's Office in regard to this specific issue. So if you have Republic Services in your area, listen to this. And stay away as far as you can humanly do from anything related to Republic Services.
Sir?
Yes.
All right, thank you for waiting. So I do have the relationship desk on the line. I'm going to let you go ahead and speak with them.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for patiently waiting. My name is Mark. I'll be assisting you from here. Before I can proceed further with you, I would need to verify housekeeping information with you. May I start by having your service address with city, state, and zip code to verify the account?
My name is the one registered on the account.
Yes, sir. And in case we do get disconnected, what is a good contact phone number for you?
No one's ever called me back on the 70 other calls, so I doubt I'll get a call back on this one.
Okay, so before we proceed further, I understand exactly your request. I did get a brief description of the situation at hand, but because it's my first time accessing your account, how may I assist you today?
Well, I want the pickup, and I would like to know how many times I've called your company, because your company has lied to the state's attorney's office and said it was a one-time, happened in the month of July, but I've called probably 70 times to your local number, your number, and home office number. You're probably the 40th different person I've talked to. So I would like to have this fixed before the state's attorney's office seeks restitution for all my time, which is my next step. And that would be a state's attorney's probably criminal case, from what I understand from the conversation I had with them last time. So again, I want this fixed. I'm paying for a service. Your company stated that there's no refunds, even if you never pick up. So again, I've talked to the guy who's supposedly in charge of your local one, which is Eric Zolsdorf. He laughed at me. He hung up on me. Your other person, I believe, the woman that they gave me the number, laughed at me and hung up on me as well, and didn't think this was serious as well. So again, I want this fixed. I shouldn't have to keep calling. Your pickup time for my recycling is less than half the time. Even though they picked up the last couple weeks after I recorded the conversation and turned it over to the state's attorney's office, they still missed again last Friday. It's never stopped. This is an ongoing thing. I don't know how high it has to get up to, but I've got the owner of the company's name right now, which was supplied to me by somebody else. I'm going to seek restitution and make sure that he is aware that everybody at your company isn't handling this. No one's fixed the situation. Not home office, not your office, none of the supervisors.
And I do apologize for the interruption, sir, if I may. Because I want to make sure we go ahead and unpack some information, because I want to hear everything you're mentioning to me, sir. But if I may, I do need to ask you a few questions.
Shoot, go ahead.
Because again, you stated to me this 70 times.
That's a true number. I could prove it to you too, because I've got phone records to prove it.
Okay, and I hear you, sir. I still have to follow my due diligence.
No, be my guest. Be my guest. You can contact the local one and ask how many times I called there, unless they're not recording it. Because again, the lady who transferred me to you can qualify that I called a ton of times. I asked her before I transferred to reiterate that onto the phone. So I know how many times I called, and I know my record on my phone. I can subpoena or get a copy of my phone record to back up this statement. In one day, I called you 5 times. 5 different numbers I was transferred in one single day.
Totally understand what you're saying, sir. What I'm going to go ahead and do at this moment, I'll go ahead and reach out to the division to have this fully investigated, because of the fact I am showing that there is an ongoing issue with your recycling not being collected, especially on your required service day. I will definitely go go ahead and reach out to that individual.
It won't fix it, I can tell you right now, because this has been going on for like 8 months, since I've had your service. It's not like a one-time thing. This is literally, if you look at my account, you can see it's all over the place. I know that because I've talked to enough people.
And if I may, sir, because you've hit the request that you're asking, while it is valid, I do need to go ahead and ask you these questions, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I've spent 55, 60 hours on the phone with you guys, just to let you know. And that's, again, the last time it was like an hour and 45 minutes. So because they transfer me to 2 or 3 different people, the local number is useless. I shouldn't be made fun of by your company when I'm trying to get service that I pay for.
And just to make sure we have this covered, sir, in no way am I making fun of you.
Oh, no, I'm not saying you are. This Eric, one of your employees, which no one at home office knows who it is, has laughed at me. His person under him, the woman who runs the local one, has hung up on me and lied to me on the phone. And I actually can prove she lied because she stated they never sent us a notice, and I have the phone message from them to show that they sent it. So every step of the way I've been lied to by everybody at your company. For months, not just random. I'm sorry, this is just getting insane over something so simple. I've even offered them to just throw my recycling in the trash if they know the guy isn't coming. I don't know what else I can do. I've actually had to take my own recycling down, even though I'm paying for it, because the can is full, because they don't pick it up sometimes. 1 month I wouldn't have had service at all.
Yes, sir. And again, I understand your frustration, and I understand that you're upset and angry with the fact that your recycling has not been collected. And again, this is an ongoing issue that I've noticed on here. What I want to go ahead and do at this time.
Well, can you answer just one quick question? You can see that it's been going on for months and months and months. Is that not correct?
At this moment, because I have to ask you questions, sir, in order for me to further assist, because you stated to me this has been going on for 8 months. When did you first report the missed pickup for the recycling, sir? Probably
the first month that I had your service. I ignored it the first time it happened.
I understand that, sir. And again, this is my first time accessing the information, so I do have to ask these questions. Again, I want to make sure that we have this fully established, so that way when I send it over to the division, they have a clear record.
Well, you should have a clear record on your account, because I called you guys. I don't have that here in front of me, because I didn't.
And although I understand that I need to have that clear record, I still have to do my due diligence in order for me to further assist, sir. My question to you is, what was the exact, to your knowledge, what was the exact date of the first missed pickup that you requested? Because you've indicated to me.
It would have been the third week I had your service. The first week they didn't show up, and I assumed there was a delay because they just started the service. The next week they showed up and got it. The next week they did not. I don't know the date on that. I don't have that handy. I'm just sitting here at a desk. I didn't expect to have to pull out a bunch of information because, again, I've talked to your employees, and they stated.
And I want to make sure we have this established, sir, because of the fact that you're stating that there is multiple missed pickups that I have that's been recorded, because I do see what you're advising to me of multiple missed pickups, but I want to be able to go ahead and say, yes, this is what's going on. This has been happening.
I assure you, it's been going on since the first month I've had your service.
Yes, ma'am.
And I can prove you guys even responded and stated it was happening at least since July yourself, even though you wouldn't admit. The person who contacted the state's attorney's office lied and said it was a one-time thing in July, which is not true. It's still happening. Even after you sent a notice to the state's attorney's office stating it would be fixed, it has not been fixed. Again, last Friday is a perfect example. I can go out and take a picture of the can right freaking now. The police were just out here, so they can probably testify as well. There was 4 sheriffs at the next house. I'm sure they took photos of the scene that was going on next door, and my can would be in there. And at the same time, when my can isn't picked up, there's other cans 5 houses down in the next crossroad that are picked up.
Okay, so at this moment I had to speak on your account and your account only.
Oh, I know, but the point is that I'm not blind. I can see that they're picking up 4 houses down at the next crossroad. I brought that up to almost every person I've talked to in your company. So your company knows what's going on. I've been told 12 different reasons, including by this Eric Lansdorf, that, this between routes, it's between this, it's between that. They missed it. It was an accident. I've been told every answer in the book on why they can't get it. I have not been told how they are going to get it, though, because they never pick it up when they're supposed to.
Yes, sir. I completely understand where you're coming from in that situation. What I'm doing right now is I'm sending over to the division. I've recorded everything that you're mentioning to me, so therefore they are aware of.
Well, they've been aware of it for months because you're like the 10th or 11th person at a supervisor spot who said that they were sending it over to someone higher up. And I swear to you that's the truth and what I've been told by your company every time I call, that it'll be taken care of and that it's going to an upper management and then nothing ever happens. I never get a call back. It never gets fixed. They lie to the state's attorney's office.
Yes, sir, I hear you. And what I'm doing right now, I have also indicated that you're requesting a call back at the 419 phone number regarding your ongoing issue with recycling not being collected on your service day. So yes, I have entered that information in. I have sent this information over directly to the division for follow-up and for further assistance. Outside of that, will there be anything else that I can do to further assist with you this morning?
Well, if you could tell me how many times I've called listed on the record, I'd like to see if you guys are honestly recording it when I call.
And at this moment, again.
If you're telling me you can't give me information on my own account, that seems kind of screwy.
And, sir, that is not what I'm advising to you. In order for me to go ahead, because, again, I need to make sure I pinpoint exactly why you're having missed pickups, so that in order for me to have that sent over as a clear record, I do see the information in front of me. I just want to make sure I just follow my due diligence in that situation.
But you can see that it's been going on for months and months. This isn't some one-time thing like your company's trying to insinuate.
Yes, sir, that is, I hear you, sir.
Yeah, but you agree that you can see it's going back for months and months. Am I not correct?
And at this moment, Mr. Hayden, I have all the information. I've reviewed the information that you're providing.
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you that you personally can see.
And to answer your question, yes, I do see the information. But as far as getting where it was going, that's where I needed your assistance in verifying that with me, because again, this is my first time.
No, I know it's your first time, but for me, this is the 40th person I've talked to that's told me the exact same thing and nothing's happened. So again, I know it's not your fault, and if you're just going to contact the local ones, they don't give a hoot. They're the ones who laughed and hung up the phone on me. The lady who's in charge over there, her boss, which is this Eric Lansdorf, he doesn't give, pardon me, a shit about fixing it. He thought it was funny and literally laughed at me on the phone.
And certainly, sir, that is not the Republic way. We do not.
Well, it is from what I've seen for 8 months of your service or 7 months of your service. That's exactly what I see from everybody.
So, if at this moment, sir, I have sent this information over to the division, and I did advise them to reach out to you for follow-up. Outside of me sending that information to them, will there be anything else I can assist with?
Well, can you send it up beyond division headquarters? Because they're not doing anything.
I have to follow the due diligence.
Well, this is every time. I'm going to have to just write the owner of the company with a lawyer's letter because...
And I realize that. And I certainly realize what you're advising to me, but I do have to follow the scope within my due diligence.
Well, I'm recording this call just as you guys acknowledge that you can record this call too, just to let you know. And as soon as I'm off the phone, this message is going straight back with you admitting that you know that this is going on to the state's attorney's office. Because again, your company sent a certified letter to the state's attorney's office saying that I am lying about this. Just to let you know, that's how good your company is. They lied to a state's attorney.
And I realize that you want to send it to the state attorney's office. I want to reassure you, you are not lying in any way, shape, or form. I agree with you. I'm actually on your side, sir. So again, we want to get this issue resolved. We want to make sure that this.
Well, you may want to, but your company doesn't give a shit. Pardon me, but that's the truth. Because if I was the manager, I would have went over there. I was a regional. I would have went and picked it up myself if that's meant satisfying a customer. There's been no you guys wouldn't even refund me for all these missed pickups until the state's attorney's office jumped in.
And what I can do, because I did enter in a missed pickup for you for tomorrow. I am also asking to see if we can get that completed today. I'll be happy to go ahead and credit a missed pickup for you. That's totally not an issue, sir.
Well, they told me, and including the note they sent to the state's attorney's office, your company's... Well, I know, but the point is your state's attorney, you guys said to the state's attorney's office, there is no credit for missed pickups. That is to the state's attorney's office.
And again, that is not honest information.
Well, whoever wrote the letter to the state's attorney's office is going to be into some trouble because they lied to the state's attorney. They lied to a state attorney's office about my service, and you acknowledge that they are not telling the truth.
And if I may, sir, you've indicated that you were told that you were not supposed to receive a credit for missed pickups. First and foremost,
that was sent to the state's attorney's office. They didn't send that to me. That's the letter they sent to the state's attorney's office.
If I may, again, I hear the frustration, I hear the anger. Let me go ahead and apply the credit for you, as I've indicated that I will definitely do for you for that missed pickup just in for today. That we set for tomorrow, but I'm asking to have them collect the recycling for me today as well, from today. As far as the recycling this pickup credit goes, because I do see here that there have been entered in, and also what I'm going to go ahead and do as they make good, I'm going to also go ahead. It does show that there were two. I'm going to go ahead and show there's supposed to be. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to modify that missed pickup credit from 13 cents to roughly $5. So that way it will be up to a $5 credit for the missed pickup that I'm entering in for today, and that will bring your credit balance to $45.13. As well as also when I enter this information in.
It would cost you guys so much less just to pick it up because all the time it takes you guys to send a missed pickup out here is crazy. I ran a region. I don't understand on earth how they can't go from 4 houses down to get to my house for 8 months or 7 months, however long I've had your service. I know I'm not going to keep rambling. I don't want to take up your time. I know it's not your fault, but the point is that no one at your company has fixed this. No one. Every single person I've talked to has lied to me and not fixed it.
And I hear you, sir. And I hear you, sir. Once again, I understand the frustration. Again, I'm a customer myself, so I completely agree with everything that you're mentioning to me. Let's go ahead and send the credit confirmation email to you. You have an email address that I can update onto your account to send the credit confirmation email to you.
Well, I'm not going to give you any more information. There should be everything on the account you need.
Okay, I would need to verify that because I do not see an email address on file, sir.
Well, just put it on the account.
Not a problem. Will there be anything else?
Could I just get your name and your title too, please?
My name is Mark, and I am a senior advisor, sir.
Okay, that's all I need to know. I appreciate your time and your effort.
Yes, sir. Thank you for calling for public services. You enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Now what you're going to see is the letter they sent to the Ohio State's Attorney's Office stating that this was a brief one-time issue, even though, looking at my account, it's very obvious that they are lying through their teeth to the Ohio State's Attorney's Office. Now, this is a message left by the management at the local facility stating that they were going to fix the issue.
Hi, this message is for Don. This is Sandy with Republic Services. I wanted to reach out to you in regards to your recycle service being missed. Just to let you know, I'm working on a resolution for this. I'm looking into why it's happening, and I'm just trying to get this taken care of for you. If you have any questions, you can give me a call. My direct line is, and I will touch base back with you once I have everything figured out and a resolution for this.
And now here's their message fixing the issue by denying me even more service. Worst company I have ever seen in my life.
From Republic Services, your recycling and solid waste service provider. Please be advised due to the recent market service changes and the cost of operating recycle collections in your area, we will be going to an every other week recycle service. This will begin with your recycle being serviced during the week of October 24th and then again the week of November 7th. Service will follow every 2 weeks after. We appreciate your business and apologize for any inconvenience this may cause.
Well, that's this case, but if you look up Republic Services, you will see that there are some lawsuits pending against them right now, and these lawsuits are related to them collecting while all of their employees were on strike, and they weren't actually picking up traffic, but they still were collecting fees, which is exactly what they were doing for me. Collecting fees or collected fees and not providing the service that I paid for to them. So pay attention. Down in the links down below, I will also have a bunch of links to cases and other issues where they have done similar activity to many different places, including entire towns are not getting serviced by Republic Services. But anyway, that's what I have for you today. Hopefully that gave you some ideas, some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.